So, welcome to Conversations from an Open Heart, the Mentality Shifting Podcast. I am your host, Dominique. Like right now, I'm going through so many different emotions. Like, this is kind of tough for me right now, but I just feel like now or never. And so, like, life has definitely been tough for me, like, lately. A lot of the times we don't look like what we're going through, and a lot of the times I don't look like what I'm going through. And I try to hide, a lot of different things, but it just comes to a point to where it's like it starts to overwhelm you. You know what I'm saying? And I have a big issue with overthinking. And that was supposed to be the topic for today. And I had a script, it's right here in my computer. And, I was going to, go by it, but it just felt like it was just so rehearsed and it felt just fake. And I felt like at this moment, like with me just starting this moment or just starting in this moment, the best thing for me to do is to just be open, because how can you have conversations from an open heart if you're not open? And so today, I switched it up and I just decided to like just be vulnerable about, the things that I'm going through and, just the emotions and the feelings that I'm feeling. Lately, a lot of different things have been going on. And, I remain a positive person. Life happens. Life is definitely happening. A lot of different things go on. And I feel like, God has blessed me on many different levels. God has helped me to become a better woman, just to evolve, just different things going on, growth, wisdom, knowledge, just all type of things. But it's also, negative to it. And I don't focus on the negative, but it's there. And a lot of the times we go through so much and we don't speak up about it. We don't say anything. We just keep smiling. We keep pushing. We keep going. We keep doing just different things, having conversations with people, not really being able to be open, not really being able to just talk about the real things of life. I'm a single mother and I have 4 kids, and it gets tough, having to be the only, what I'm saying, the only like real support that you really have like that. I'm not going to say I don't have people in my corner, but, being a provider or the main provider of your family, being a nurturer, being the mother that's running back and forth to practices, running back and forth to activities, having to be the cook, the housekeeper, maintaining the bills, just maintaining the whole household by yourself. Like, it weighs down on you a lot, especially when you're made for more. You want more, you want to do more, but it's hard. And I just go through the different emotions of it a lot. And, I don't really speak up about it. I don't say anything. I just go throughout life. And I feel like, hey, you know what I'm saying? You made your bed, lay in and do whatever, you got to do. Because at the end of the day, my kids look up to me. My kids depend on me. My kids, if nobody else does it, they looking to me to do it. And so that's a lot weighing down on you as a woman. And then on top of that, you're trying to get things together, you're trying to make stuff happen, you're trying to do certain things. And it's just like, it's refreshing to even have, certain people in your corner or certain people around you. And one thing I found it hard is to find, certain people and to find certain people to be in my corner and just people, period. You never really know who you can open up to. You never know who you can be vulnerable with. And you have this thing in the back of your head after you go through so much. You don't really want to open up to anybody. You don't want to have those certain conversations, or you're just like, you're hesitant. And if you do open up, it's like literally taking a risk. And I just really like, it's hard. It's hard out here. I think I overthink a lot of things. I second guess a lot of things. It's just a lot, and one thing I've learned that ever since I built relationship with God, and the more I go to him for everything, because I go to God for everything. Like, people don't even understand. Like, I've gotten to the place where I will detach myself from somebody real quick if I feel like you're coming in between my peace and God. And God is my peace. So, when it comes to that point, I have to let it go. And so I'm trying to like talk like regular, but I'm very emotional right now. And I did not want to do this video right now. I didn't, but I know if I don't start here, I'll never start. And it's something that's been like on my heart for a while. And like, I've been trying to figure it out how I'm gonna do this, what's my topic, just all different stuff, just going through the motions. And it's just like it just wasn't working out the way I wanted it to work out. And so even now, like it's a lot of things are going on, like even, being blessed with different things, but it's hard to be blessed or it's hard to receive a blessing sometimes when the devil seems to just get in your head. The devil brings all type of chaos. Like I have been hit with so much spiritual warfare since the beginning of the year. And I don't speak on it. I walk around, smiling because it's like, only God can help me with what I need. Only God can do what I need him to do. And so it just puts you in a headspace where sometimes it holds you back. Sometimes it keeps you from doing the things that you want to do. It keeps you from moving forward. It keeps you from making the right decisions. Just keeps you from doing a lot of different things. And so making this video right now is like one of those moments of like overcoming my fears, overcoming just a lot of different things. Because, a lot of times we want to step out and we want to be perfect. And I'm one of those people. Like, whatever I do, I want to be perfect. Whatever I do, I want to, excel with excellence. But this time it was just like be vulnerable, be open. And that's different from me because I'm not the one to wear my emotions on my sleeve. I have gotten to the place where I open up more and I do, express myself, but I'm very careful about it still. And it's big for me to really be doing this right now because I am not the one for it. And it's nobody but God that's like pushing me to do this. And I strive to be so obedient, but it is hard. It is so hard. It is hard. And I can say it again, it's hard. Life is just like it's throwing its best at me, but I refuse to allow it to keep me down. I refuse to allow it to hold me back. I refuse to forfeit my destiny. I refuse to allow fear to overtake me, and I refuse to be stuck. One of my biggest like things right now, I'm reading this book. It's called Get Unstuck, Stay Unstuck. And it was like, because fear is not the boss of me. This book has been very, very, very instrumental. It was written by Jennifer Elwood. And like this has been like I have been stuck in this book like very heavy. It's a journal and it's reading and it allows me to literally like put it on paper. A lot of the times we don't talk about it. I mean, no, we don't talk about what's going on in our head and it stays suppressed in our head. We don't write it down. But in this book, I literally began to open up, and I'm a big journaler. I write a lot. I love to write. I love to get my feelings out there. I love to just express it because I need to see the bigger picture. And a lot of times you won't see the bigger picture when you're just living inside your head. And I know in my past, that is what engulfed me is living in my head, overthinking, second guessing, just a lot, just like not really being confident about certain things. And I've learned that confidence comes with practice. I think a lot of the times we think that loyalty and just different things just come. They don't just come. They come with practice. Like you literally have to practice doing something. You have to start doing something to even get to the place of perfection or even just there or gaining it. And so I've been going through a lot, but one thing that has definitely this book right here is another book that I'm reading and it's Get Out of Your Head. This is a good book. It's by Jenny Allen. But I be going through it, man. I be going through it. And a lot of times, even when I talk to people, I don't like to like put them all in my business and put them all in my game room because of the fact that everybody is going through so much. And so it's just like you sit back and you allow so much to build up, so much to go on, and you don't really you don't really have anyone to get it out to because everybody is just so consumed with their own problems. And so it was just like, just start your podcast, start just opening up, start talking about it. Like, that's how I really even came up with the idea of what I really wanted to do. And so for me to even like write down a script would have been so just like not what this podcast was meant for. It was meant for me to open my mouth, and it was meant for me to have conversations from my heart. And this is literally a conversation from my heart. I am overwhelmed, but I'm maintaining. I am trying to accomplish many different things. I am at the place of where you want to be vulnerable. I'm at the place where you want to open up. I'm at the place where I want to communicate so much more, but it's like a certain fear sometimes to like be able to open up because you don't really know who to open up to. You don't really know what to say. You just don't want, people to look at you as if you're weird. But I don't care about being weird. Like, I've always been weird, and I found it that a lot of people who are weird are probably the most dopest individuals I've ever met. So call me weird, call me crazy, call me whatever you want to call me. I don't care. But I know to God I am his chosen one. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. So, it doesn't bother me how you feel about me. It doesn't bother me who you think I am or what you think of me. It's just I know who I am. And so me stepping out and literally like starting this is very big for me. Very big for me. And I know my kids are looking up to me, and I want to leave a legacy not only for my kids but just for generations to come. I refuse to sit back and continue to allow the things that used to engulf me to not move forward. I've always had big dreams. I've always wanted more, but it was just like, getting stuck in the environment that I was always in. Nobody really thinks beyond what they see. But having a relationship with God has definitely took me on a whole different coast. It took me beyond what I believe. And so, I could have came with something different this time, but I felt like just being open and just like expressing how I really feel right now. And the way I feel right now is I'm emotional, but one thing about it is I don't allow my emotions, my feelings, or anything to hold me. I push past them and I go ahead and I do. And that's like, this is proof of that because it's a lot. It's a lot going on. It's a lot for me to even just be here right now, just like opening myself up because I don't do this. But I felt a need to just be open because I feel like that could be the beginning of a lot of things for me. So if you know how to pray, just pray for your girl and, encouraging anybody out there who feels overwhelmed, anybody who has fears, just stuck, you know, like press past it. Your breakthrough is on the other side of it. Your dreams could be on the other side. Like everything that you're hoping for and wishing for, just all the different things that you want could be on the other side of your fear. Don't live your life in what ifs. I've done that long enough and I'm old enough to know like I don't want to live my life like that. I don't want to leave anything to chance. Like I'm at the place where I'm going for what I want. I don't care what gets in the way. I don't care. I just don't care about none of that. I consult with God about everything. Don't get me wrong. I consult with God about everything. I even question sometimes. I ask God, why is this happening? And I've learned that a lot of the times enemy, the enemy sees your potential. The enemy knows what you're trying to get to. The enemy, he knows what we allow to seek out or seep out. And so he's trying hard to get in your head, trying to make you overthink, second guess, just so many different things that he is at the place which like he is trying to get you to stop, but don't stop. Keep going, keep pushing, keep thriving, or even getting to the place of thriving, coming out of the survival mode and going into thriving. Like keep pushing. It's hard out here, but I promise you, like you build your relationship with God, and I'm talking about an unbreakable bond between you and God, and you seek Him, and I promise you, everything will be added unto you because I'm I'm gonna be a witness. I am a witness now because I have come a long ways from who I used to be, and it's a good feeling. It's a great feeling So, just sitting here and literally being just doing this, I know that I'm different. And it's a breath of fresh air. So just keep your head up, keep your eyes open. And if you don't, if no one tells you this, or if you don't even think this, just know God loves you, and so do I.